Thank you, Mr. Chairman Obernolte, and thank you for having this meeting, and thank you, Secretary Granholm, for being here. And I'm going to get into a topic which I know that's not going to be popular, but I think it's really important. And so, Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to insert 4 articles into the record detailing Secretary Granholm's various ethics issues and 2 articles from the Department of Energy's website concerning its ethical policies. First, I just want to...
Without exception.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is an article from Reuters. U.S. Energy Secretary Granholm violated ethics laws, watchdog says. An article from CNN. Biden touts electric car company potentially worth millions for his energy secretary. From Washington Free Beacon. Energy Secretary's husband held stock in Ford as administration approved billions in electric vehicle subsidies. Next article from Fox News. Biden Energy Secretary Granholm admits false testimony about owning stocks. The next I want to just point out and put these for the record, Mr. Chair, just so people have them. These are ethics, 14 principles of ethical conduct for federal employees. That's right on the Energy website. Ethics, impartiality in performing official duties. Want to be sure that...
objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So since taking office, I know my colleague, Mr. Iser, referred to some of these issues, but since taking office in January of 2021, Secretary Granholm has violated the Hatch Act multiple times. She's owned Proterra stock while her boss, President Biden, repeatedly promoted the company. We saw this huge payout. She admitted 3 months after she took office. Her husband owned Ford stock while she personally promoted the company's work with official resources, and she cashed in on millions of dollars after these illegal transactions, and failure to disclose obvious conflicts were revealed. As you said, it took you 3 months before you actually sold the stock. And most critically, she lied under oath to Congress, claiming she did not own any individual stocks when in fact she did. Anyone disputing these charges could consult to these articles that I put in the record. They're available for everyone. And I just want to go to, Madam Secretary, the DOE's ethical rules or generally federal employee ethics laws provide that, quote, public service is a public trust. Employees must place loyalty to the Constitution, the laws, and ethical principles above gain, as I cited in the ethical principles that are part of your own department. Do you believe that any Department of Energy or other federal employee violating this rule should resign or be removed from office for this position?
First of all, let me say that we take ethics.
That's a yes or no question. Do you think if someone violates the ethical laws set forth in this, that you said you signed a statement, an ethical statement that you would comply with the laws, do you think that a DOE employee or other federal employee who violates these laws should step down from that position? That's a yes or no? If they violate the ethics laws set forth...
I understand what you're trying to do here.
I'm asking you a specific question. Okay, so you're not going to answer the question.
You have made a number of allegations that I feel against me personally.
This is my time, Mr.
I know,
Chairman.
but you've made these out there, and I feel it is important to respond.
Let me just tell you, this is what... You did not answer the yes or no question. You obviously believe that it's okay to violate the ethics rules.
Of course I do not believe it's okay to violate ethics laws, nor does anyone else in the Department of Energy.
This is my time, so what you're trying to say is afterwards, once I realized and I spoke to Congress that I was not telling the truth about what was happening, I went back and admitted, oh, I made a mistake. So admitting the truth after being caught lying doesn't actually cure perjury. I don't know if you know that legally. I know you're an attorney. So you've admitted to testifying falsely and then came back and said, I corrected it later, but that doesn't cure the fact that you actually committed perjury. We've actually impeached presidents over committing perjury. And this is actually involved in your official duties. Also after signing an ethics oath that you said that you signed and admitted to today, and on top of admitting that it was 3 months after you took office that you actually sold the stock on the private market, as Congressman Issa put out. So to me, that's perjury, and that's simple. That's perjury, period. Why should you not resign, or why should we not consider some kind of impeachment inquiry into you for your perjury charges? We've done that with presidents of the United States in the past.
Number one, I made a mistake when I testified saying that I had sold all stock. I honestly thought we had.
So wait a
but I
minute.
was
So,
wrong.
so I'll reclaim my time. You're a lawyer. You know that perjury, you cannot go
don't
back
take-
and say I made a mistake. Perjury exists when you give a false statement
Intentionally.
under oath, which you did.
Oh,
Did you not?
No, I did not intentionally. I thought we had divested of all stocks. We had
Look,
divested of all.
this is the colossal
conflicting
ego
thoughts.
of this administration that people and the American people are frustrated with. You serve the American people. You don't serve President Biden. You don't serve a special interest. You serve the American people.
Of course.
We would appreciate you coming forward on this.
I am coming forward if you would let me explain.
Look,
I made a
appointees with
mistake.
lesser conflicts, honestly, would have withdrawn their nomination or they would resign from office. Thank you. I yield back my
There's no conflict.